Then come up slowly through the spine, bringing the head and chin up last. Get a new base, a new position, and go over straight to one side. Just letting the weight of your head take you down. Ah. Mm. 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 Check that your arms are loose, just dangling there. Your head is loose. No tension anywhere. And just hang there a minute. They come up straight through the spine. Mm. Bringing the head and chin up last. Shake out one arm from the shoulder. Fingers shaking loose, everything's loose, the wrist is loose. The other arm. Okay. Copy exactly what I'm doing if you want, or do something similar of your own, right? So you don't necessarily have to do exactly what I'm doing, just keep the same approach that I'm doing, which is, experimenting with more extremes. Forward yawn stretch. Feeling that wide space between the shoulder blades. E, 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 Egypt on the brink. Parties in Egypt. In the first months, it was the army high command deceiving itself into believing it could marginalize those demanding radical democratic change.
In the first months, it was the Army High Command deceiving itself into believing it could marginalize those demanding radical democratic change.
Then it was President Mohammed Morsi and the Muslim Brotherhood interpreting a narrow electoral victory as a mandate to rule alone.
Elected government.
Yeah, let's make the hood neutral 1 into a neutral 4, more like brotherhood.
Neutral for
Yeah, brotherhood.
brotherhood.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a neutral brotherhood.
right,
Brotherhood. Muslim brotherhood.
right.
Oh, okay. Muslim brotherhood.
You didn't know it was.
Robin Hood.
You didn't know it was.
I don't
You didn't know hood was a neutral one.
because a C double O must be something long.
Okay. It doesn't. It's still a good idea to color it with the neutral for, and then it'll be short for
Brotherhood.
sure. Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
Right.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. Brotherhood. Okay.
Yeah, same thing. Brotherhood, Robin Hood.
Yes, Robin Hood. Brotherhood. Yeah, same thing.
Moving it up to stage 2, constant and energy leading, and looking for places to link and phrase and change the variety of tempo rhythms. Just how far General Abdul Fattah al-Sisi and the Egyptian army and security forces deliberately planned a massacre in order to rule out any future compromise is not clear. Probably the generals were not worried if they provoked a bloody confrontation.
Effectively under military rule.
Many predictions of the experts about the trajectory of Egyptian politics since the start of 2011 have been falsified by events. This is not entirely the experts' fault. I have always thought that if I can forecast a military coup in Egypt or in any other country, then so can the head of the secret police, and he will do something to avert it, unless of course he is leading the coup himself. As a result, history favors the unforeseen and appears more accidental, than it really is. Well, let's get those 3 items a little more carefully in comparison. So, be it the Soviet Communist Party officials in the 1980s, Saddam Hussein in the 1990s to 91, or Egyptian leaders in 2011 to 13.
Protagonist. I'm confused with the meaning actually. Protagonist means someone who object to the government.
No, that's not protesters. The protagonist is the leading actor. He's the leading actor in any situation. I know it most from drama. The protagonist is the hero, usually the main character, right? And the antagonist is the person who's working against him. You've got a protagonist, and then the bad guy is the antagonist. That's like classical dramatic structure, and he's using the same terminology here.
We're protected.
By policies of sustained ineptitude, I like that expression. By policies of sustained ineptitude, Morsi and the Brotherhood forced together a strange and awkward alliance.
To what America wants, all will accept.
That's a K sound. Accept.
Accept.
Success.
Accept.
Success. Accept.
Success. Okay. When I see double C, I need to put a K there before the S.
Right. Accustomed.
Success.
I'm just thinking of other
Success.
words that have a double C. I think always that's going to be a K sound.
Accustomed.
Access. I'll give you access.
ACCESS. Access.
Acceptable.
Acceptable. Oh. That means US is backing up the general here. They're training the US. They will be well tuned to what Americans want or will accept.
Okay,
Unsurprisingly,
do that paragraph again now and really make it important to get the ideas across now that you know it better.
tortured.
Yeah,
Likewise.
It was barely good enough, but more number 3 are tortured.
were jailed and tortured. Oh, tortured. Yes. Better number three, give you more feeling of pain.
Right.
Were jailed and tortured, and likewise of the Algerian military takeover in 1998.
Algiers, Algerian.
Algerian.
Algiers, Algerian.
Algerian military repression.
Yeah, you could use a better 5R in dark.
At the
In fact,
start
actually,
of
see, you gave more than you needed for start, and should have actually given more of it to dark. Start of a new dark age.
okay, at the start of a new dark age.
At the
Footnote
start
number
of a new
5.
dark age.
At the start of a new dark age.
Yeah, see, because that's the operative word, and that's even more important than the word start.
At the start of a new dark age. Yes, I think so. The dark age. At the start of a new dark age of military repression.
Okay, now go back and repeat this paragraph and just make the intentions.
Unsurprisingly, generals and security men prescribed military solutions for political problems, and the fourth and first failed.
See if you can make it, but make it a better contrast emphasis. Prescribe military solutions for political problems.
Unsurprisingly,
You see, obvious solutions and problems obviously are contrast, right?
yes, military and
Military solutions for political problems. So you've got a double contrast emphasis. Military, political, solutions, problems.
Unsurprisingly, generals and security men prescribe military solutions for political problems. For
Okay.
example, after car accidents,
Oh,
so they don't go to court. The insurance companies, they hire these kind of negotiators. And
it's like arbitration is a word that's used to describe that.
arbitration, yes. Arbitration.
These guys are arbitrating between the two parties, which is essentially what lawyers do too, of course.
Yes, but lawyers would like to bring it to the court, and these kinds of people, they are not professional in.
This
in
R
law.
sound in court just doesn't sound good enough.
Court. I mean, these negotiators, arbitrators, they're not professionals in law. Maybe they're professional in law, but they're not lawyers.
Right.
They don't want to bring the cases to the court.
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 More R. Oh, yeah.
To court. They would not like to. They would not like to bring the cases to the courts. So what they're doing is to negotiate their claims by their own, instead of letting the judges in the court.
No, courts.
Court.
It's gotta have that stretch. That you see, you're missing the stretch forward. You're missing the stretch forward when you say court. Court.
Court. Court.
Yeah.
Going to the court.
Don't be afraid of overdoing it, even in conversation, right? You've got it won't sound that unusual to people, you know.
Court. Going to the court. Call me. Right. Call me.
Right.
Court. The same call.
Call me at court.
Call me at court. Call me at the court. See you at the court.
I'll call you from outside the courthouse.
I'll call you from outside the courthouse. The courthouse.
I'll call you from outside 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 the courthouse. From outside the courthouse. um,